Hey, I just decided to stop my run to record what is going to be the best advice you'll ever get to help you stop drinking. You ready? All right, well, let me give you a little bit of background. So this is actually my second run of the day. Who's coming up behind me? This is actually my second run of the day. My first run, a huge gust of wind blasted. The train is passing by. A huge gust of wind came, nearly knocked me off my feet, but then it picked up a giant tent from a restaurant and literally within like 3, maybe 4 seconds, hurled it right behind me. And if I would have been in that spot 5 seconds earlier, I would have been dead. Or really injured. So it made me want to just record this video. I think recently a lot of them have been like kind of whimsical and kind advice about all the great things that you'll experience when you stop drinking, because you will, and there will be many. But for right now, I'm just going to give you some straight up advice. And the first time I actually heard it was probably 20 years ago, and it related to food and weight loss. And it was this guy, Donnie Deutsch. He's an advertising executive, pretty well known globally, but he's like a person you see out and about in New York City. And he was on a talk show. It might have even been like his own show, but it was a morning show. And as it relates to losing weight, he's like, it's your mouth or something along those lines. He's like, just don't put food in it. It's your mouth. Like, basically you have the control. It's your hand. You can decide what you put in your hand and then whether or not you put that in your mouth. And I think the same advice applies to not drinking. And it sounds ridiculous, but cravings are really serious things, and triggers are all around. You might get in a fight with someone. You might have had a good day. You might have had a bad day, but you're going to be tempted to drink. So my advice is just don't put it in your mouth. And nobody wants to hear that because it's so simple and it's so basic, but somebody needs to tell you that. And I'm telling you that right now. So if you have those crazy cravings which come out of nowhere, whether you're trying to stop drinking for the first day or maybe whether you haven't drank in almost 3 years, you're going to be tempted. And you know what? Just don't drink. And you know, there's so many other strategies, and I talk a lot about those in some other videos, and those are all really good and sound. But this one's the most basic because you need to use it like in the moment. And that advice will be with you in all those moments. You're going to tell yourself, please practice it. Just don't drink. Don't put it in your hand and don't put it in your mouth. And if you didn't hear anything else today, I hope you heard that. And make a mental note because it will come in so handy, especially in the early days, but also, like I said, later on when those sneaky cravings come when you least expect it. So what are you going to do today when you're trying to stop drinking? You're just not going to drink. Don't drink today.